Okay, lesson 6 of the Trebuchet project. We're in SolidWorks here. On the previous lesson I neglected to add the sling slides to our assembly, so before you proceed with this lesson you want to make sure that you add these two pieces. They are 3 inches in from the edge, and you should be able to watch the previous video on the assembly and be able to put those in. Next, you're going to need to find a file that I've created that's in the student share. So I'm going to go to Open, and if you follow along, we're going to go to the student share, to LOLHS, Dairy, Resources, Screen Recordings, and Trebuchet project, and you'll see this Trebuchet drawing template in here. First thing I would like you to do is do a save as, and we want to save it not in this folder, but make sure you redirect it to your documents and put it in your IT folder and your Trebuchet, and make sure you put your last name in front of it, and you can get rid of the template title. Okay. Now you'll notice on the bottom there are some tabs which are going to activate the 5 different sheets that we have. I'd like you to select sheet 1, and we're going to go to Model View and browse for our assembly. I don't want that view. I want it in an isometric view, and I would like to change the scale down here to 1:2. So we're going to go ahead and place that in there. Next item we're going to do is we're going to go to Annotation, and we're going to add balloons. So we're going to use the Auto Balloon option, and you'll see that it will put balloons on all these parts. We can then come in and move these balloons if we need to. Some of these are kind of hanging outside my border, so I like to move these in. We don't want to have any cross lines, so pull those in. That looks good. Next item is to pull in a bill of materials. If we go to Tables here, go to Bill of Materials, we select the drawing view that we want to pull it from, and I'm going to hit Parts Only, and it's going to pull in this nice table here. So now we've got all of the parts of our trebuchet identified and created in a list, and you should have 10 items here if you did your assembly correctly, and it will give you the quantity needed for each of those. So we're going to leave that alone. I'm going to hit Save. Next, we're going to go to sheet 2 and pull the trebuchet in again. So we're going to go to View Layout, Model View, Browse, and select the trebuchet again. This case I want to pull in these 2 views, and I'm going to make it custom scale and see if 1:2 will fit. No, we're going to have to go 1:4 for this. So we're going to put one here. We're going to project a view up, and we can project a view over here as well. I'm going to hit Escape, and next we're going to add a few dimensions to this. Really the only item that needs a dimension is the location of this cross piece. The rest of them you should be able to figure out quite easily. So I'm going to go in here to Annotate, grab my Smart Dimension, and dimension from here to that cross piece, and that's 8 inches. And we can add a dimension to the center of this, but that's quite obvious that that's going to be halfway. It's really all we need, I think. Well, we want to locate this piece on here, but that's going to go centered over that hole. So I think we're good. Going to hit check, save again, and I'm going to jump on to sheet 3. Oops. So for sheet 3, we're going to pull in some of the parts. We're going to go to View Layout again. Why isn't this coming up for me? Uh-oh. I have lost my ability to pull in. Okay, something was wrong with these additional sheets, so I went in and deleted them, and I'm going to try to copy some of the sheets that we have and paste them in, see if that fixes things. So now we should have, if you notice, we have 2 copies of the same sheet here. I'm going to pull off these views. I can just click on each view here and delete it. Alright, now we got another open sheet we should be able to use. Yeah, I'm going to copy this sheet as well. Okay, we now have some additional sheets. Okay, let's jump back to our third sheet down here, and we can rename these. Sheet 1, let's go ahead and do that so it doesn't get confusing. Sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4. Okay, and those should show up down here as well. So I don't know why those were out of order. Can I move them up? I will rename them. There we go. Okay, so jump to sheet 3, go to Model View, and we're going to hit Browse, and we're going to pull in the parts that we need to dimension. And we're going to pull in essentially all the parts except for the sling slide, swing arm, and lower beam. So let's go ahead and start with this part, and I'm going to select let's see, this view, and this view. I don't need that additional view. I can take that out. Go and grab the next piece. Want to make sure that our scale is 1:1. Get away with these 2 views. Pull in our next piece. Looks like a good view. Taking the next piece. Again, make sure that your scale is correct. And make sure that we have a view that's going to work. And going to delete this view, I don't need it. Move these up, you'll notice that its projected view will come with it. Okay, we're going to keep rolling here. So we need the axle. Scale 1:1. And need the weight axle. Where is that? Here we go. See, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all we're going to put on this sheet. I'm going to jump on to sheet 4 and go to model view, browse. These items are going to all need to come in at half scale. Oops, I'm sorry, we needed to put that item on the other. Alright, so the lower beam, custom scale, half. Okay. Model view. Take in the sling slide. Again, make sure our scale is at 1/2. And we just need the swing arm. Make sure our scale is set to 1/2. I'm going to space these out a little bit more. Okay. Going to hit save. So we should have 3 sheets. I believe I'm missing one item here. Yep, we need to pull in one more part on sheet 3. The spar. And again, we want to set this 1:1. Going to have to move some things around here. Okay, I think I'll just take this guy and move it over here. Make sure I move that one. Oop, not that. Move that over there. Take this guy and move it up here. That looks a little neater. Okay. You want to arrange your pages so that your drawings are easy to read. That's going to wrap it up for this part of this lesson. Next one, I'm going to show you how to add dimensions.